students. We are studying chapter 2 in history, hunters gatherers and from growing fruit. Right. So today we are going to start a new topic, that is changing environment. Children, what does the word changing environment means? That as the days were increasing, as the years were going on, so there were many changes, not only in the living of the people but also in the environment. Like there were climate of the world was constantly changing. According to that climate change, there must be have been change in the grasslands also, right? So when the grasslands were increasing, the animals were also increasing, right? So today we are going to start from the new chapter, a changing environment. Around 12,000 years ago, there were major changes in the climate of the world, with a shift of relatively warm conditions in many areas. This led to the development of grassland, right? Now, because as the climate was changing, because of climatic change, like sometimes rainy season, sometimes little moisture must be there. Because of that, the grasslands also increased in a large amount. This in turn led to an increase in the number of deer, antelope, goat, sheep and cattle, that is animals that survived on grass, right? So now as the grassland was increasing, the grassland area increased. So because of this grassland, animals or the plant eating animals also increased in the quantity. Those who hunted these animals now followed them. Now as these plant eating animals were increasing, so because of their increment, they were moving from here and there in search of grass. So in the animals who were eating those animals were also moving from their one place to another, learning about their food habits and their breeding sessions. It is likely that this helped people to start thinking about herding and rearing these animals themselves. Fishing also became important now, because of these climatic condition changes, the people of that time also learned how to rear or how to take care of their herds, right? So they started and rearing them for their domestic use. Secondly, fishing that time became the most important occupation for everyone, right? Now next topic is the beginning of farming and herding. Now when we are talking about that, they learned, so how did the beginning of farming and herding started, right? So this was also a time when several grains bearing grasses, including wheat, barley and rice, grew naturally in different parts of the subcontinent. Now there are some places where because of themselves only, the wheat, barley and the grasses were growing up by their own, right? Men, women and children probably collected these grains as food. Now what happened is, when the people of that place started collecting those grains for their food, and learned where they can grow and when they ripen. Now what they happened is, when they got the crops, so they started learning that how these crops have grown up by themselves, and after keeping it for a few while, those those fruits have got ripened. So they learned that how to grow crops and how to ripen them. This may have led them to thinking about growing plants on their own. In this way, people became farmers. Now as they have learned how to grow fruits and how to ripen up the crops, they became farmers. People could also attract and then tame animals. Tame animals, children, मतलब होता है कि हम animals को पालते हैं, right? We can tame them by leaving food for them near their shelters. The first animal to be tamed. Now please everyone, if you all are having your book, underline this line. The first animal to be tamed as was the wild ancestor of the dog. So if it is asked in the Phillips to you which was the first animal to be tamed, you have to write only dog. Later, people encouraged animals that were relatively gentle to come near the campus where they lived. right? Now what happens, slowly people also encourage the animals, those who are very calm, those who are very gentle, to come and reside near the places where these people were living. These animals such as sheep, goat, cattle and also the pig lived in the herds, and most of them ate grass. Often people protected these animals from attacks of other wild animals. This is how they became herders. Now when they have started rearing the animals, so what they used to do, they used to protect these small grass eating animals from the wild animals. So this is how they learned to become the herders. Now the word is domestication. Children, what does the word domestication means? अगर हम नॉर्मली बोलें कि डोमेस्टिकेशन मतलब क्या होता है कि हम किसी कुछ एनिमल्स को अपने डोमेस्टिक यूज़ के लिए पालते हैं, राइट? लाइक हम जैसे डॉग्स को पालते हैं, या कुछ लोग काउस बफेलोस को अपने डोमेस्टिकेशन के लिए पालते हैं. तो दैट वर्ड इज डोमेस्टिकेशन. सो अंडरलाइन फ्रॉम हियर, domestication is the name given to the process in which people grow plants and look after animals, right? So what is the definition of domestication? It is a process in which the people are growing plants and looking after the animals. Very often plants and animals that are tended by people become different from wild plants and animals. Now the line, what this line shows कि जो animals या जो plants को people अपने पास रखते थे या उगाते थे, उनमें और जो दूसरे जो wild animals थे उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा difference होता था. कैसे होता था? बिकॉज जब हम किसी एनिमल को हम अपने घरों में रखते हैं, यू मस्ट हैव ऑल्सो सीन, तो उनके खाने में, उनका लोगों के साथ कम्युनिकेट करने में बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस हो जाता है, राइट? सो दिस इज़ अ डिफरेंस. दिस इज़ बिकॉज पीपल सेलेक्ट प्लांट एंड एनिमल फॉर डोमेस्टिकेशन. क्यों डिफरेंस होता है? क्योंकि हम उनको हम चूज़ करते हैं कि कौन से प्लांट्स हमको ग्रो करना है या कौन से एनिमल्स हैं जिनको हम अपने घर में डोमेस्टिकेट कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दे सेलेक्ट those plant and animals that are not prone to diseases. अब हम वो कौन से प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स को अपने पास डोमेस्टिकेट करते थे, रखते थे, वो एनिमल्स या प्लांट की जिनकी वजह से कोई ज़्यादा बड़ी डिजीज़ ना आए, राइट? दे ऑल्सो सेलेक्ट प्लांट्स दैट ईल्ड लार्ज साइज ग्रेन. और वो प्लांट्स को भी सेलेक्ट करते थे जिससे लोगों को ज़्यादा ग्रेन्स मिल पाए. And have strong stalks capable of bearing the weight of ripe grains. Seeds from selected plants are preserved and sown to ensure that new plants and seeds will have the same quality. अब जो plants हम grow कर रहे हैं, grains हम grow कर रहे हैं, तो जो crops हमारे पूरे fully grown up होते हैं, after harvesting जो seeds बचते हैं उन plants के, उनको वो लोग प्रिजर्व करते थे. प्रिजर्व मतलब बचा के रखते थे, अच्छे से संभाल के रखते थे, ताकि जब दोबारा वो सीड्स को फील्ड में ग्रो करें, सोन करें, तो वही क्वालिटी के क्रॉप्स ग्रो करें. अमंगस्ट एनिमल्स, दोज दैट आर रिलेटिवली जेंटल आर सेलेक्टेड फॉर ब्रीडिंग. नाउ ब्रीडिंग मतलब होता है कि यहाँ पे जो हम एनिमल्स घर पे पाल रहे हैं, लोग उन्हीं एनिमल्स को घर पे पाल पाते थे जो जेंटल होते थे. हम यहाँ पे वर्ड बच्चों जेंटल क्यों यूज़ कर रहे हैं? बिकॉज अगर हम कोई ऐसा एग्रेसिव नेचर का एनिमल या वाइल्ड एनिमल का रखेंगे, वन और द अदर डे दैट एनिमल विल हर्ट द पीपल ऑल्सो एज वेल एज दे विल हर्ट द एनिमल्स ऑल्सो, राइट? तो हम उन एनिमल्स को रखते थे जो बहुत जेंटल होते थे. एज अ रिजल्ट, gradually domesticated animals and plants become different from wild animals and plant. For example, the teeth and horns of wild animals are usually much larger than those of domesticated animals. Now, look at these two sets of teeth. Which do you think belongs to a wild pig and which to a domesticated one? Now, if you see these two figures, right? अब इन दोनों फिगर्स में अगर हम डिफरेंस कहें कि कौन सा टीथ डोमेस्टिकेटेड एनिमल्स का है और कौन सा टीथ हमारा वाइल्ड पिग का है, राइट। तो दिस इज़ अ डिफरेंस। आप ये देखो, ये जो अगर है, आप ये देख रहे हो टीथ, दिस शोज दैट दिस इज़ अ वाइल्ड एनिमल, वाइल्ड पिग टीथ, right children? So here today I'm ending over here. Tomorrow I'll be back with a new way of life.